welcome back to another episode of
Try not to sound so excited today.
Well, I'm listening to these guys talk
guys.
before the podcast starts about, yes, the professional coyote killer himself is calling my cell phone right now. If you ever need tips on killing coyotes, DM me. We'll tell you all the secrets for killing coyotes. Find your local pheasant farm. We'll take care of you. They have extra pheasants.
Weren't you just saying that
Yes.
you bought all this stuff to kill coyotes? You haven't killed any coyotes.
I was rocking and rolling. I had a dead deer carcass. I had hide. I had pheasants from the hunt club all in a pile, all ready to go. And then we got 14 inches of snow.
We got hammered, dude. Hammered.
I've got a camera on it, and they're nothing. I don't think they can find it. It's all freaking covered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna. I'm hoping that there's
We
some
never get a
scent
foot of snow
coming off of this, that they're gonna come to it. I've had a skunk and I've had a raccoon, but I've had 3 deer come up and sniff it. Anyhow, before the podcast started, these guys were talking about, which I didn't even know this was a thing until listening to you guys, that you have to now be careful when you're shopping because they make products that are only Black Friday cheapo kind of stuff.
100%. Yeah, they make you think you're getting like a great deal. Like, oh my gosh, the Samsung TV is on sale for Black Friday, but they don't tell you that's like a Black Friday specific model that has crappier components in it, so they can sell it for cheaper. You think like, oh my God, I'm getting a $600 TV for
$100,
$300, but it's not true. Brando allegedly had an interesting Black Friday shopping experience, which I didn't know people still went out on Black Friday. I didn't know that was a thing.
I hide from that shit. I don't want nothing to do with it.
There's no way you couldn't pay me to go to like a store on Black Friday.
No.
I like a little bit of the hustle and bustle of what's going on. It's fine. It's like I'm not like out there looking for. I'm just out there to kind of like look. I don't have a purpose. I'm just kind of like, oh, I wonder what's going on here. It's fun.
So you have no shopping agenda, you would say?
No, not at all.
That's terrible.
But you got money in the
You're
pocket
just
that's hot
listless.
and bothered, ready to leave the pocket.
Maybe if I see something I like, if I need something. But I go
You
in.
went to Best Buy on Black Friday, which I think isn't a thing I've heard somebody say since like 2008.
Weak. They're weak. No, but I'll never go to Black or Best
I want to
Buy.
hear the story.
I'll
Let's
never
get
go
what
to
happened? Did you get in a fight?
I don't know that I'll ever go to Best Buy again.
Oh,
So-
was it a Best Buy personnel issue?
Personnel issue, 100%.
Oh.
Whoa.
Why? What happened?
So I went to Best Buy, got a TV, great, cool, brought it home, got the mount set up, and just, like did all the work, and then I pulled the TV out of the box, and it's just cracked all across the screen. Like the screen it's destroyed. Like
I thought they always check that when they leave Best Buy. No?
not this. Like
I don't know.
I don't think they pull it out of the box.
Okay. All right. They might not.
But anyway, so I'm like, well, no big deal. I'll go take it back because I just got it. It shouldn't be a problem. Boy, was I wrong. I get there, and the guy is like, I was like, hey, I pulled the TV out. It was broken. I just got it last night. Like, we just do an exchange for a new one. And the guy's like, oh, well, how did you transport it? And I'm like, in my van? And they're like, well, did you do it vertical or horizontal? I'm like, and this is the point where I knew. Okay, I knew what kind of experience this was about to be. And I was like, because they're trying to trick you into not trick you, but they're not telling you what you're supposed to say.
This is like getting questioned by the cops or something?
No, it gets worse than that with the questioning. And so I'm like, I look around, I'm like, well, all the
Maybe
TV
because you got all defensive right away. He was like, look at this.
Well, no, I didn't get defensive
SOB.
right. I didn't get defensive till a little bit, maybe 20 minutes later. It was a long time. I look around, the TVs are all upright. And I transported it upright in the van against the chair. I'm like, vertical. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah. If you transport it like laying down, it'll break and we can't return it. I'm like, I knew that was going to be a thing. And so they're like, well, let's take it out. And like, they take it out and like, oh yeah, well, it's broken. But yeah, I'm not sure what we can really do. Let me talk to the manager because like, there's no damage on the box. I didn't transport it the wrong way. So it's like, to them, it looks like maybe I took it out and like it broke in my possession or whatever. That's probably their
Were you
concern.
trying to hang it by yourself? And you
Makes
dropped it?
sense.
No.
I mean, you gotta think. You gotta make sure you. I mean,
Right,
you don't look like the most trustworthy guy in the world. So like,
Damn, wow, Justin.
were you wearing that shirt?
No, I was wearing a bow hunter dye.
Well, then you looked very trustworthy. You should have known.
Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll try to wrap this up and make it quick. But so I was there waiting a while with multiple people coming up and being like, yeah, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do about this. And then it got to the point of like, oh, let's go talk to the manager. I'll go talk to the manager in the back. I'm like 10, 15 minutes go by. I'm waiting. I'm like, there's a dude up there that kind of saw the situation happening. And I was like, hey man, look, it's a blizzard outside. I have to get going. Like I came here to do an exchange. So like, can we just get this going? Like I know you guys are deciding what you're supposed to do, but like what's going to happen is you're going to give me money or I'm going to take a new TV. Like those are the two things that are going to happen. So what? It doesn't.
Whoa!
Brando's just laying it down.
So I'm like, so I don't care like what debating you guys have to do in the back, but like that's what's happening. So just make your life easier. Let's just get that and do that right now. And they're like, let me do the little phone thing to the guy and his little ear thing, and
Secret Service over at the Best Buy.
Yes, and he's like, yeah, this guy's been waiting here a while. He just wants to know what's going on. And they're like, what vehicle did you transport it in? I'm like, or they asked me, what vehicle do you have? I'm like, an Acura. And they're like, what color is it? I'm like, black. And they're like, oh well. And they're like, is it a car? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, if it was a car, you probably couldn't transport it the right way. And I'm like, no, I didn't transport it in that vehicle. I transported it in a van. And they're like, what color is that? And I'm like, that's none of your business. At this point,
I don't know, Justin. I know.
Are they trying to go through the security
yeah,
wall?
that's what I'd be doing, man. You know me with my cameras.
And they're like, I was like, well,
cameras.
first of all, before I said it was none of your business, I said, why? What does it matter? And they're like, well, we got to check the security cameras to see how it was loaded into the van.
Whoa, nice.
And I'm like, they asked, so what color was it? I'm like, that's none of your business. And they're like, he said it's none of their business. Like he's like relaying this to this guy. Like it's like a whole.
This is awesome.
And I'm like, and they're like, well, we need it to. Well, that's information we need to check out. I'm like, well, that's your problem, not mine. Like I'm done with this. Like if I don't have a new TV or you guys aren't ringing me up in the next 3 minutes, I'm calling the cops.
Whoa,
the cops.
The cops. What the?
And the dude's like, he said he's going to call the cops. I'm like, no. I said if you don't take care of this in 3 minutes, I'll call the cops. And he's like, I was like, don't misquote me.
Brando, you should have been filming all this.
I should have been. Anyway, I got it. I got the TV replaced. It's fine. We're good. But
the last time I was in a Best Buy,
being a Karen out here.
The last time I was in a Best Buy,
it was 2008. It was
it was pretty close to that, dude. It wasn't 2008, but seriously, I was in there with Paul, and we were minding our own business. Some very suspicious dudes came walking in. They went right back. This was during COVID, where everyone was wearing masks. No shit. Right? True story. They went back. They grabbed laptops. They each had like 3 laptops. Dude, and they ran right out the front. They walked right out the front door. Right out the front door. Dude, not one of those security people, not one of the people stopped them, nothing. Did everyone just watch these dudes take these laptops and just go walking out the door? And then there's like 4 Best Buy people standing there going like, did they just literally just take those and walk right out in front of us? And me and Paul were like, dude, we could tell from 100 yards before they hit the door what these guys were going to do. How could you guys not figure this stuff out? There's 4 of them standing at the door. Yeah, Best Buy. Interesting place.
Rip Best Buy.
Glad that they're still there. But speaking of the holidays, speaking of Black Friday, Cyber Mondays, today when you're watching this, there still is some holiday sales specials going on here at Bowhunter Die. Ben will be more than happy to get those packaged up and sent your way. We've
and
got
if
some
Ben
great...
accidentally sends you the wrong shirt, don't threaten to call the cops on us, please.
Yeah,
we'll get you the right shirt. We promise.
Right, Ben?
That is right.
See, we want Ben to talk a lot because he is now editing the podcast, and he's all nervous about having every time he talks, he's got another soundtrack he's got to worry about getting in there. So he wants to limit.
People want to hear your voice, Ben.
I have a real question about the conversation we just had. Though.
Well,
Aren't store
I'm
employees,
hoping this gets into hunting here quickly because I'm getting bored.
Aren't store employees not allowed to like stop you if you go out?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how that works.
Correct. They don't
know if it's like stores.
I think there were some law changes here, and I think like in some places now, even the police can't chase you. Like there's laws now where they can't even chase you.
There's no chase states.
So right. So you start hauling ass down the street in your car or whatever, they can't chase you for the safety of everyone else.
Yeah, they don't want cause an accident.
I don't know that's such a great thing that everyone knows this though. Like, I mean,
how do you keep that information?
You run from a cop, you get shot. That's my opinion. Okay, so
with your bow case.
Dude, if you're running from a cop,
every time I put my bow in the case or take it out of the case, I feel shame. I feel like a poser.
You're gonna get busted.
I feel like a total busted for what? I'm fully legal.
All right, I'm glad to hear that.
Bow in the case all the time, every time.
All right. So as a reminder, get your Bowhunter Die sales in before 12/16. Is that right, Ben? 12/16?
So they can get it before Christmas.
Very important.
But if you know people over here, he might be able to speed that up. So go ahead. We got some cool stuff. Make it happen. All right, Justin.
Yes.
Brandon mentioned it. He said he was standing there at Best Buy arguing with the people in his disco shirt when he realized
They're like, get a load of this guy.
that when the blizzard came in. I mean, this is a long time since we've had. I don't know about blizzard.
It's crazy because
this
it
is a lot
wasn't much
snow.
of like a blizzard, as it was just like a consistent snowfall over
Yeah,
like
it
a
was beautiful.
24-hour period,
Yeah.
which we normally don't get. Like, dude, when's the last time we legitimately got like a foot of snow? It's
No,
probably been a while, I think.
It's some good snow. But let's start with you first. Did you get out and go hunting?
So I went hunting on Friday, which was Black Friday, but it wasn't snowing yet. It wasn't snowing until Saturday, Brando. So you bought it on Black Friday and then went on Saturday.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
it.
Friday
I
wasn't
got it.
snowing.
Yeah, Friday wasn't snowing. So I took Jake hunting, trying to get him a deer. He passed on a couple deer. I told him to shoot him. And he said 6 points or better. That was his
I know,
limit.
but Justin, he's got it. He learned
What have
from.
we done to these children?
What do you mean? What you did it? You started it. You taught your kids.
I didn't. I
You
was
taught-
trying to get him to shoot the thing.
You taught your kids over years of being a part of what we do here that the big boys don't come out until the last 10, 15,
That's
20 minutes
correct.
of late
He
season.
said he
So
wanted
he's sitting
at
there
least
just
a
chilling and waiting.
six-pointer or better. That was what he laid out as his ground framework, and I got to admit he stuck to it. Like, I can't, like, if I was 9 and I had a loaded bow pointed at a freaking deer out feeding 25 yards in front of me that I knew I could shoot, like, I don't know that I would be able to not shoot any deer that walked in front of me.
You know, you didn't have YouTube influencers.
I know, it's
back
just
in the
crazy.
day
Yeah, it's just
warping
so
your
much of a
perception.
different world.
He was probably waiting until he was.
Dude, he's
gonna
just
give you-
standing there looking at him.
Nah,
you know?
he was waiting for the ass shot.
Yeah.
If you
and I
weren't
was-
involved in last week's podcast, you need to tune into the end of it, just in case you missed it. It's somewhere near about the 3/4 mark, and you'll learn about a lot of good stuff that you shouldn't do. But we
I
won't.
was thinking about, so let's just talk about this because I was thinking about it quite a bit this weekend about shooting a deer up the ass, right? Because I saw what you sent when that guy like showed the artwork, right, of like
I sent that
the
to you.
skeleton
Yeah.
structure of a deer and whatnot. And like the problem with that is like what it's not taking into account is literally the several feet of soft tissue and organ that you have to shoot through before you get to anything good. Right? Which to me is almost the equivalent of 2 deer standing next to each other and just shooting through the first one to get to the second one. Like,
I don't
would
even know
anybody
why
feel
that drawing
confident in
was
doing
done.
that?
Like, why are we even drawing that? Why are we? Even
We know
doing that?
why.
Why? Because we're trying to promote this shot now.
I don't think he's trying to promote it. I just think he's trying to generate conversation around it
Yeah.
because it's a big talking point
The
right
world
now.
we live in.
But I was thinking about that. You have to shoot completely through like the back ham in some cases,
Which
completely through all the guts before you get through diaphragm, liver, into lungs and heart, right? So you're talking, conservatively 2 feet of soft tissue before you get to anything good, So it's like,
It's just so
literally the
stupid.
equivalent of 2 deer standing next to each other. If you shot through the guts of the first one into the chest cavity of the second
Of the
one
good
in order
one.
to kill it.
It's just
like,
dumb.
I don't know that that's something we want to do. But anyways,
we're not going there.
I digress. All right. So yeah, we hunted Friday night, didn't shoot anything. I went last night, so then it snowed 13 inches in Joe Davies County,
lot of
which
snow.
made for a hell of a walk to my stand, first of all. And it also made me think, if I do shoot something out here right now, I'm going to probably die of a heart attack getting it out of here. Because it's not like I could drive my truck out through
We'd come
13
help you.
inches
We'd
of snow.
come help you.
Yeah, I would have gotten somebody to come help
Yeah.
me. But I figured if I'm going to die, it's going to be for a 150 or better. No little bucks. So I did see both the shooters on the farm. Unfortunately, no shots were fired.
what was the closest he got?
Both of them were, the first one was probably 40. The second one was probably under 30, but it was after legal shooting
Yeah.
hours, the second one.
Saddle hunting.
No, I was in a tree stand, which was amazing. I love saddle hunting. Don't get me wrong. I love running gun and everything. But dude, especially with 13 inches of snow on the ground, there's something about just walking out, climbing up into a tree stand and being like, oh, this is great.
Was it a ladder?
No, it was not a ladder stand. No, it was just a lone wolf.
Speaking of ladder stands, I purchased a Novix aluminum ladder stand this year.
Yep, we talked about this.
Dude, on the show?
Yeah.
We talked about this? Dude, that thing was pretty nice. Comfy, easy to install. Pretty impressed. Got to take a look at those.
Fair enough. And made in the USA. I do believe.
I got to admit.
Made in the USA. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
They make a great product. There's no doubt.
I was impressed.
They've got
I
a
was
couple
impressed.
products that like when I need more tree stands, it'll probably be my next one that I check out.
No, me and Ben,
Ben and I.
thank you. Ben and I are going to load the 2 ladder stands that have been in my warehouse, which I'm going to bill you for storage space.
Nah,
That have been sitting over here in the corner.
they're fine. They're not
Big
hurting
game
you.
tree stands. We're going to wrap them and we're going to put them in the back of his car. We're going to
And then I'm
say
just gonna bring
Wrap
attention.
'em with
I'm just
what?
gonna bring them back and put them right back where they went until next year when I need them.
You have ladder stands out here. You just need to get them up.
I do. The problem with the ladder stands is like where you put them, they will reside until the end of time. They generally don't come down ever, you know? Especially some of the bigger ones now, dude. They're not easy to like lug them out there and put them up.
And again,
And
listen,
then
I'm
it's
not
like
trying
this
to
thing's staying here forever.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to make this like some Novix promotion right now or something, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. That they're lightweight. It's packable. I mean, you could take this. This one here, you would move around because it is light enough. You're not leaving this one. If it's in the wrong spot, this one's light enough
If it's
that
that one, because that one's more like it's almost like a hang-on stand with a ladder attached to the front of it
Yes.
versus a traditional like what we think of as a ladder
Yes.
stand.
It's
A little
worth
bit,
it.
It was more like a hybrid type of design.
Yes.
So I will. My only last thing I'll say about Novix, because I don't really even I don't know anybody over there. Like I had to order a bunch of seats for my tree stands that got chewed
I
up
know what you're gonna
by
say.
squirrels.
She calls
So-
everybody.
Yeah, dude, I was impressed.
Yeah.
Like the lady from Novix called me to make sure I got my package, make sure everything was good. See if I
She's
had
a
any
deer killer
questions.
too.
Yeah,
She's killed some big bucks.
Yeah, good. I was hoping her luck would. I guess maybe it did rub off. I killed a pretty good one.
So we had a great. Okay, so late season, you're in the snow. You went to a stand. You saw 2 shooters. I
just got the does screwed me up. The lack of wind and does screwed me up.
I'm glad you brought up the lack of wind because that's a topic we're talking about all by itself.
Clinton told me if I went full Fulton County and just was in a box blind, this wouldn't have happened. That's what he told me.
I know, but it's not the same experience, dude. It's
I
all about the
understand.
experience. I mean, you and I are all in for the experience and getting a certain thing out of our hunts. But let's talk about something you brought up. Dead still, dude. I hate hunting those days, man. When first of all, the deer have been chased now; they've been pushed. You had a gun season. On those, I hate them. I was with Kurt, man. It's just like, dude, honestly,
Dude, I feel like I can't move.
dude, Kurt and I didn't move. We did not move. I'm telling you, him and I were like 2, I don't know, zombies. Like we were like,
were you in
we
a
were
blind
mummies.
or were you in a tree?
We were in a ground blind, kind of tucked into some corn. I mean, dude, it was a good spot. We're sitting there. We're trying to find a buck for him to shoot. And we know there's some around, and we were in there. I mean, we didn't move. I mean, seriously, we were watching each other because I think either one of us wanted to get ready to blame the other guy. Like, oh, that was your fault. That was,
Did you see any shooter bucks?
No. Well, I tell you, we saw some shooter turkeys. Man, I got some turkey footage. I can tell you that right now. Matter of fact, I'm
People
even
are
going to make
clamoring
Ben I'm
for-
going to make Ben put one of my turkey videos in here.
Was this
Look at
in
Ben shaking?
Was this in the snow or before the snow? Was this Friday? Before the snow.
Before that you drove by and
Yeah,
saw us
yeah,
eating.
yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah,
even
so
stop by,
Friday night.
schmuck. Friday evening. So we're going to try to put a hit down tomorrow night, see if we can get some luck tomorrow night. But yeah, when it's super dead calm like that, I hate those days.
Especially like now that all the leaves are down. Now you got a bunch of snow on the ground. It's just like every little movement. Yeah, the deer are just like on it. And the problem that I had last night, I had like, what sucks is like you plan out these hunts where it's like the wind is perfect. And what also sucks is right before I left my house, I was like, I should grab my ozonics. And I was like, nah, I'll be fine. And sure enough, dude, we had a decent wind when I first got out there. I got out in the stand maybe like 1:45, and it was like almost windy, I would say. And then as the night went on, as just that wind kept getting lower and lower and lower, and all of a sudden that sun goes down on the horizon, that wind that had been in my face all night, all of a sudden I feel on the back of my neck. I feel, and I'm like, what in the hell? And I grabbed some milkweed, and sure enough, it was floating out into the field that I was watching. And I was like, son of a... And I was like, well, the only good thing about this is any deer that are going to win me have to walk past me, and I'll be able to shoot them first. The bad part about that is when the does come out before the buck.
Yeah.
right? Which is what happened in my case. I had 2 does come out. I could have popped them. They were big ones, dude. I was like, ooh, I want to shoot these things so bad. But I'm like, dude, I'm going to die dragging one of these things out of here tonight. So I'm not doing it. I have a no does on Sunday night policy. And
We've talked about this. Well, dude, it's so much work.
But gosh, you know what sucked was she got spooky, but they do that thing where they don't fully leave. It's like, dude, just leave, just go away. But they don't.
No.
They kind of go around behind you, and then they stand there, and they go this way, and they go that way, and they leave, and they come back, and they're smelling, and they're blowing, but they don't leave. And I'm just like, oh my God, please
they
just
think
leave.
something's going on.
Well, then what ended up happening was in all this time, while this is happening, now the buck is coming in.
Oh, great.
And then he sees them, and he's kind of locked on them. Well, of course, I freaking grab my bow, try to get ready. I get busted moving. Way to go, Ben. I get busted moving by one of the does, and then they take off, and then he's on high alert, and then he leaves, and I'm just like, this was a disaster. Like, it was just a disaster. And then as I'm packing up, the other shooter that I'm after literally shows up right behind me. I mean, 20 yards behind me.
Well, the
He's
cool
just
thing is
standing
you're
there.
seeing them. This snow is not going away anytime soon. You do got gun season coming up here. Are you going to put the blaze orange on? If we're still seeing these guys, you're going to go for that.
God, dude, it's just so far to drive. I mean, I went out there 3 times in 5 days. It's 5 hours round trip for me to get there and back.
I'm very
to
familiar.
hunt for 3 hours.
I am very familiar with what you're talking about.
It sucks. So if I do, I may just bring Jake out. I really would rather him shoot a deer than me at this point. I don't need to shoot another deer. He's pretty hell bent that he wants to go hunting. So I may just get him a.
Is he allowed to
tag.
shoot any of those big ones?
He can shoot. He's 9. I don't care what he shoots.
All right.
Shoot whatever walks in front of us. Just make sure it's a good shot.
If all
30
of a
yards
sudden,
and in.
if all of a sudden we hear that he misses and Justin's 360 footage is gone, then we'll know Justin bumped him when he was getting ready to shoot.
God, you'd have to be a special kind of a-hole parent to do that to your kid.
That'd be really bad. All right. Well, as far as heavy snow affecting deer movement, I mean, boy, oh boy. I mean, there's no question about it. I mean, I think, I mean, this can be an amazing time to hunt. I mean,
Yeah,
it's harder though.
It is harder. And the only thing I feel like is we got the cold and snow a little bit sooner than we normally get it.
We have not
know?
had this.
Yeah, I mean, it was
long
still
time.
November. I mean, I get it's December now, but it was the end of November when we got this. So, in the case of those 2 bucks that I saw yesterday, like it was last light. Like even when the first one came in, it was probably 10 minutes till last light, 10, 15 minutes. It was right at the end.
Yeah. And
I had seen deer the entire time, like since from 2 o'clock on, I was seeing deer moving and coming in the corn, but those big ones still were waiting till dark.
Yeah.
But I feel like the farther you get into December and into January,
I don't
they
know.
start coming out a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
And so, we
We're
want
going
it
to
to
get
be
hungry
late
with this
season.
colder weather. I mean, it's not late season right now. This is not a January hunt, but I don't know, man. It was pretty freaking cold there this morning.
Dude, it's going to be like single digits on Thursday,
Yeah.
I think, for second gun season. So, I'll probably go out this weekend. I'll probably take Jake with me. The other thing was like trying to drag a 9-year-old through a foot of snow out to a blind. Like it's a couple 100-yard walk. I think it's going to be a pain in the ass getting him out there. So, I don't know. We're still going to go. I hope my blind survived. I got support poles and everything in it. The other thing that would suck would be to get out there and have the blind just obliterated.
Electric 4-wheeler is what you need.
An electric 4-wheeler. The problem is my 4-wheeler is in my buddy's barn, and that
That's
has
not electric,
a
though.
foot of snow in front of it. So I can't even get down there to get my trailer
I picked
out.
up one of these electric 4-wheelers.
What brand is it?
Can-Am.
A Can-Am? Okay.
Game changer.
Game changer.
Dude.
So you're off the dirt bike or whatever
The
that
dirt
thing
bike
was.
is for sale. Hit me up if you want a dirt bike.
Electric
Get a
dirt
special deal from me.
bike. Got it.
Brandon, you need that. That'd be good for you. Just buzzing around.
Drive it to work.
Yeah.
Can you make it road legal?
I don't
Street legal?
I think
I think
yeah.
I think there's
Why not?
like sidewalks and trails where I can take to get to work without.
Yeah,
Having
there's like laws around all that stuff.
Don't
now,
worry about
like
those
how
laws.
fast
You'll
you
figure
can-
that out once you get the buy it from me first, then worry about the laws. But I tell you what, you want to talk about stealth and quiet, boy, game changing stuff.
The
Pretty
electric
cool.
4-wheeler.
Yeah.
A little bit more stable.
Oh, yeah,
Probably.
dude. I'm just, you know what? It was
How
getting
far
a little.
can you get in an electric 4-wheeler?
Oh, dude,
before
they
it
go
moves?
like 40, 50 miles. Dude. I mean,
Oh, really?
I'm not going anywhere to do that.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
mean,
badass.
it is quiet, stealthy. And what's nice about it, the problem with the bike and stuff like that, like there's times that in my brain where like, okay, if I'm going to go on a morning hunt or an afternoon hunt, like I just, me, I'm like, I always got to be doing other stuff, whether it's change trail cameras, bring some extra batteries, whatever. At least with the four-wheeler, you can have that. I got my moose bag on that now, so I can grab my stuff that I need out of that.
Yeah, that is nice.
And this is kind of nice because now it's like, okay, cool, I'm going to do that hunt, and I'm going to slide over there, hit that camera, get out right away. And I tell you what, man, wow, that thing is, they put some thought into that thing. The only annoying thing, they have a reverse beep button on it. It's like, this thing's not a damn skid steer, guys. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, so you put in reverse. I don't know, dude. I'm not messing with that until I gotta. It's not terribly
There's gotta
loud.
be a little speaker, right? So I mean, just unhook it.
I just gotta figure it out. That's a little annoying, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty darn cool. I think it's gonna be pretty slick for being another. Slipping around, pretty cool stuff. All right, late season, I like it. Snow, food, deer on edge. I got a phone call from a buddy of mine who's out there hunting today, and he's like, "Poof, they are on edge. They are on edge. Is what he told me." He's like, "Man, I can't hunt." No, he went just to check a few cameras, and he's figuring out a plan for this evening. And he's just like, anywhere. Like I was like, I couldn't even do anything, and it was just like they're busting me. Like you can't.
Yeah.
That's
how I felt last night. My goodness.
You couldn't even move.
Like,
did you wear snow camo?
No.
Oh, dude, I love the snow camo thing. It's so much fun.
But I was up in a tree. Like,
that's why you didn't get one. If you had that snow camo on, they would have come running right in.
Maybe.
Ben, you own snow camo?
No.
Oh, dude.
I think I have a coat.
I love this. Yeah, well, yeah, just even breaking up your silhouette a little bit. I've always done that. I think wearing the snow camo is freaking bad. Even if you're going to a ground blind wherever and you got to slip in, dude, why not have that extra camouflage? Snow camo's cool. Then you really feel like a bow hunter. You put the snow camo on, dude, then you're rocking it.
You disappear.
Put
I
your
love
snow
it.
camo on, grab your crossbow, head out.
Be a cool video, just like laying in a drift and just like the dude that lays under those feeders. You guys ever see those? The dude that lays under a deer feeder and waits for the deer to come under with the crossbow. Pretty sick.
No comment.
I'm not going to comment on that either. I'm leaving that.
No comment?
I'm leaving that out. I am not going there
All
right
for the
now.
gram, Ben. All for the gram.
I'm 100%. Yeah, no.
Here we are. What is it? 3 weeks till Christmas already? Man, Justin, how does this happen so fast? 4 weeks? I mean, it
Elf
just
on
goes.
the shelf's back today, guys. Jerry has returned.
You do this?
What do you mean? He just comes back out. He comes every December 1st.
I don't know where he comes from. That's pretty cool.
Comes from the North Pole, Todd. He's been there all summer, slaving away, making toys.
And then they just pop into your home.
Yeah, and they just show up on December 1st, and they report back to Santa Claus, make sure you're being good.
Every night.
Every night they head back.
How come one hasn't popped into this office yet? 'Cause I'm going to need one around here keeping an eye on you guys.
Probably just haven't found him yet.
Yeah,
He's probably hiding around somewhere.
here.
No, it's here. It's called Waze cameras.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Speaking of Waze cameras, those are pretty cool. I mean, if you're looking for a little
Isn't it
security.
Wise?
Wise.
Wise?
Sorry. Wise. They're pretty cool. I mean, man, for like $29.99. I finally got upset with Nest and finally just said, you know what? Their telephone
I have cameras
support.
in my house. I haven't even logged into them in months.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what? I don't know. Nothing's happened that would necessitate.
Oh,
me
dude,
checking my
I'll
cameras.
share a video with you. Gosh darn it.
I just feel like people are obsessed about their video cameras, like at their houses.
No, dude. I mean, for the hunt club and stuff. I mean, dude, I love them. I mean, for business purposes, dude. Like knowing when bird delivery. I mean, there's certain things where they're money for certain things. Knowing that the fireplaces are on. There's just certain things that are freaking great for. Someone comes and uses our garbage cans. Not supposed to be using our garbage can. They're just dumping trash. Dude, there's stuff like that. That's great.
That's a good idea.
No, I'm serious. That's annoying, dude. When you
No, I
freaking
mean,
pay
when
for
I
a
need
dumpster, some
somewhere to
asshole
dump my-
fills the whole dumpster up.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
People just
BS.
suck, dude. I was driving to work one day and
That's
somebody
not right.
dumped an entire load of shingles in a field.
That's annoying too.
Like,
Oh
I
my
hate
god, I get
that.
so mad when I come to the hunt club and they do that along the road. Like, are
Yeah.
you serious? That's just like, come on, man. What kind of human being
We
does
used to have
that?
a problem with people doing that where I hunted. They would back into this little, like, we had kind of like a little parking area with like a gate, and they would just like back in and dump all sorts of construction debris. So we started running trail cameras on it. Caught a bunch of people. Cops like gave them tickets, made them clean it up, like a whole thing.
It's freaking annoying. That's all I'm telling you. I'm trying
The
to
problem is like most of the time it's contractors and they have like their freaking name and phone number on the side of their truck as they're illegally dumping stuff. It's like, well, that wasn't a smart idea.
Dude, here I am. I have my own business. I was trying to use my foot to hold that strap to be able to put these propane tanks. Dude, my foot, my heel got stuck on the dang. That's like an old man move right there. Or
Well,
something. Like,
I mean,
man.
the shoe fits, they say.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Aren't we just talking about this? Todd likes to eat dinner at 5 o'clock. Hell, we're all still at work, getting ready to go home.
That's not the
Todd's
weekend.
eating
The
dinner.
weekends, dude. The weekends.
I like Todd's message at like 6:30 this morning. Like
Most
or
people are awake,
6:45 this morning. Sorry, I have to be here at
except
8.
you.
To be here at 8. I live 15 minutes away tops. And
For you to get here at 8:08 every day. What time do you need
No,
to
I
get
get-
up,
Thank you.
Brando?
I'm so glad you're. This is such a bad idea for you to go down this path right now.
But no, I just thought it was funny. Like Todd, I'm
Todd
like,
loves to text people early.
like
dude.
texting me
That's
like
his thing.
like you texted me at 6:45 is not going to change whether I'm here on time. There's nothing that this message is going to do that's going to change anything at this point. I'm asleep,
Brandon's not going to see it
won't
until
see
he
it.
wakes up.
and there's a very limited amount of time before I get up and have to leave the house. So nothing's changing.
I am sure when you read that, you're like, I'm not going to be late today. And you weren't.
No, I wasn't.
Brandon was
I
here on
wasn't.
time,
I
looking
was-
good for the company
I was
photo.
not.
All right. All right, Justin. How much more are you going to be able to get out?
Oh man, didn't we talk about this before? It gets tough this time of year, with just holidays. And I've been gone a lot, so I mean, I'll get out a handful more times. But
Yeah.
like I said, I really would.
You got to
like,
pick and choose.
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
I mean, God, you think so?
Yeah. Wednesday night. That's your night. Make it happen Wednesday night.
I thought about
I'll
it.
come film you.
I thought about it.
I will film you kill that buck on Wednesday night.
just don't even-
This would be a fun video.
I just don't even know how we would do that.
It's called You Get Your Gear and I mean, seriously? How are we going to do this? Like, is this seriously?
It's not the best ideal setup for filming out of, but we could potentially do it. We can make something work.
I would consider that.
Get our snow camo on. Stalk around.
I'll
with
wear the top, you
crossbows.
wear the bottoms.
Perfect. And I'll just put you on my shoulders and you can film that over the shoulder shot,
All right.
as
Well,
they say. So I'll get out a couple more times. Like I said, I'd like to get my kid a deer. He's kind of hell bent. I'd like for him to shoot a deer. And I feel like there's a bunch of good like first time bucks running around out there, but you know what's going to happen. Like one of the big ones is going to show up. But what is interesting, I will say, so we have 2 different standing corn plots on this property.
Yeah.
And traditionally what we do is we buy some food back from the farmer. So we pay the farmer to just not pick those areas of the field, to leave them for us so we have late season food. I've tried asking the farmer in the past if they would just not plant those areas. We'll pay him some money and then we could go put like a rack
your
fuel
own thing.
plot or whatever in
Yeah.
there. But they don't seem to like that. They want to plant it, which is fine, dude. But this is the first time I've had corn. Normally it's soybeans.
yeah.
So we usually buy beans back. It's the first year we've had corn. But in all the years past of doing this, I typically run trail cameras on both of these spots, okay? The spot where our ground blind is at, where I'm taking Jake to hunt, is way more secluded, way more, like can't be seen from a house or a road. It is like what you would think in your mind is the ultimate spot for a deer to come out and feed. But this other spot that's more in the middle of the property is where all the bucks show up. And that's why I went there last night instead of going to the blind. I was like, historically, from running cameras and sitting this and doing this late season, like we rarely get any of the big bucks in daylight on that other spot. They always seem to show up here, which I don't understand because
Why do you think that is?
I think it's proximity to the bedding, their preferred bedding area. I think they come here because it's closer. I think they bed on the neighbors to my west primarily, and this is the first food source, and then the other one's the second food
one.
source. So I feel like, especially the more mature bucks, I've always felt that a mature buck, when we talk about like dominance of a mature deer, I think it translates very much into preferred bedding areas. They take the best spots. They kick everybody else out of the best spots, and they
Makes sense.
And so the smaller and less mature deer are kind of surround the better areas. So I feel like they bet on the neighbors and they come feed, and this is the closer one to them. I think anyways, because it's crazy because like the other one, I'll get pictures of them over on the other ones, but it's always the middle of the night. The only ones I've ever seen them in daylight are where I was at last night.
But
it's just crazy because like if you
no wonder why you took your son to the other stand.
Well, because there's a blind. Because there's a like he can't go up in a stand. Otherwise we would have.
He can't.
He can't hold a crossbow and shoot it out of a tree
tough.
stand. He's a little dude. He weighs 60 pounds.
You could set up another blind for the young man.
I thought about it, but dude, it's a pain, right? I mean, it is a huge pain.
And they got to kind of get used to them.
Well, and plus, once you get all this damn snow, like, dude, you know as well as I do, I've collapsed and broken more poles and blinds than I care to remember. So, like, when we left on Friday night, like, I put one of those HME supports in the middle of it. And everything was staked and like good, but I was like, dude, I literally have. What I should have done is turn my damn trail camera towards the blind so I
then
could
you know
see
what's
it,
and on.
And if I know if it's destroyed or not before I go out there.
I showed up to go hunt with Kurt, and he knew the snow was coming, and he's like, I got to stop at the barn and pick something up. I'm like, that's fine. Let me just meet you at the spot. I don't need to go all the way over there and come back. We get there. He's getting this thing out of the car. He's got a 2 foot by 2 foot piece of 3/4 inch plywood with a 2x4 screwed into the bottom. I'm like, dude, they make products for this, and he's carrying the whole thing out through the corn. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I have an idea for a better version of that product because there's a couple faults with it.
Well, I think the way to fix that is really just, it needs to be a tripod. It's like tripod, then a pole. Yeah, just a single pole if it gets windy.
Correct. Or you need a bigger base with a way to stake the base into the ground.
Yeah. Tripod. Right? I mean, I think a tripod would work great.
Maybe it could still I still think it needs to be anchored to the ground.
Yeah, you're probably
because especially when it gets windy and that thing's going up and down. Yeah. Because that's the problem with the pole is it goes up and then it slips to the side and
then you're toast.
Now, luckily with this snow that we had, it wasn't very windy.
And it was
pretty much just straight down. But the other problem is even with the center pole. What happens when all that weight is coming on the top, the side poles will still sag, right? And sometimes in the outsides will bow out and snap, even with that center pole in there. So what you need is like you said, a tripod with the center, but then you need like almost like umbrella style, like where you can move it and they come out like this, and you can attach them to each individual corner.
Holy moly.
Well, that's what you need. You need to support those corners, too, not just the center.
Yeah.
Right? So I was thinking about, like, you almost need, like, 5 freaking poles to support one of these things. Well, somebody makes, like, a heavy-duty-ass ground blind.
If Clinton was listening to this, he'd be like, hey, Justin.
No.
It's called a muddy blind with
but they're
walls
$3,500. And when you don't own the property, like, that's what I was telling Clinton. I was like, dude, it's a lease. I could be out of there tomorrow. Like, dude, I'm not going to go put a $3,500 box blind on a piece of property I don't own.
Spend a couple more grand and then have a trailer on it. And you can just
perfect.
Just tell your wife it's a tree fort. Wheel it in your backyard of your home. Your kids can play with it. Be in it all summer long. And
it's a great idea.
This is what
for sure. Yeah. No, somebody, I forget. There's a company out there because we saw it at one of the deer shows that makes a heavy duty blind that can withstand. Like all the
I think
weather.
we saw it at the Wisconsin show.
We saw it at the Wisconsin, but it's a traditional hub style blind. But then once you get it up, it's got a bunch of extra like support poles that go like in the corners.
Yeah, I could see that
of everything that really help lock it all in place. I remember they were like hanging from the poles or doing something on the inside.
I did not see
the
that.
weight of it. I just can't remember what the hell it's called. Somebody will post this.
Someone doing.
But I feel like the amount of money you spend on
waiting for deer.
$200 hub style blinds just to get freaking blown away, ripped out of the ground, smashed by snow. Like
I do know when I've taken my time with the blind. I had a really good one set up last year. Gosh, I wanted to kill a deer from that thing last year. It just didn't work out. When I take my time and I use heavier duty stakes, heavier duty rope.
Yes.
And I really, lock it down and you put that center pole in. Generally, you're in pretty good shape. But there is nothing worse when you come to a blind that you're all ready to hunt and you have gotten 2 or 3 inches of snow and it's mangled and it's down and you're like, oh my gosh, now you're trying to you tiptoed in trying to be the ultimate ninja. You get in there and you're like, oh, here goes this. And
I had one a couple years ago where the snow melted and turned all into ice and I had to pop it back and then all slid off the side. It just made so much noise. Like, oh my God, every deer within 10 miles just heard that. So, yeah. Anyways.
Good stuff.
You're just on a filming mission. You're just filming people.
I so badly want to get a buck filmed with Kurt. Like I said, we're going to try tomorrow night. We're going to see if we can pull something off tomorrow night. Tomorrow looks pretty good. It was super cold today. We were going to try tonight, but the wind just looks a little sketchy. So we're going to wait till tomorrow night. Plus, this gives him a chance just to sneak in there today and do what we were just talking about. We want to make sure that the blind is all just ready to go. Because, you know what, there's just nothing worse than getting in there and having to make all that extra noise.
Thursday looks like it's going to be cold.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I just hate being out there with the Orange Army. I mean, listen, I'm available. Anybody wants me to film, I'll do it. But, man, being out there with the Orange Army is just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, but when you're on a piece of private property that nobody else is really gun hunting, it's not like you're with the Orange Army. It's not like you're on public land, dude. You want to talk about Orange Army? Dude, Frank McDonough sent me a photo this weekend of Pennsylvania opening rifle.
No, thank you.
Dude, there was 29 vehicles in one parking lot that he drove by and sent me a picture. 29. Like lined up down the road. The whole parking lot was full. He's like, you want to talk about pressure? Like, we show up at a place in Kansas with one truck and we're like, oh, somebody's here. They show up, there's 29 trucks.
Ben, hey, Alexa, what is the law? Does the filming guy need to wear orange in the state of Illinois? What is the official rule on that?
I don't even know how I'm looking that up, but we'll try to. I'm Gemini.
I've always, my personal opinion, because you know me, I don't think he should have to. I have been told that you do need to.
Well, yeah. Like, to me, that makes sense because the
But
whole
you're
point
not
is
hunting.
I don't know, but believe the whole point is so that you don't get shot. If
Yeah, but
somebody's
you're
out
with
there,
but you're with a guy that's wearing orange.
yeah, but you're not attached to the hip. He might be split off from you and get shot. While you know what I mean. Like, I think the whole idea is like if you're
Yeah,
out,
but
What do you mean?
I'm not going to get split. Even if I did split off, I'm
If
allowed to
Todd
be
just
in the
wanted to
woods
go
and
out
go
in the woods and film deer, he doesn't have to wear orange.
Right. I mean, I know
There's
that
no
may
law.
not be the most sensible thing to do, especially carrying a decoy.
But I think there's something to do with like the act of hunting. This is where you start splitting hairs about like
the rules.
the rules of things.
Yeah.
So for me personally, when I've brought a camera guy with during gun season, I've traditionally not had them wear orange, but then I was told that they were supposed to be because they were also participating in the hunt, even though they weren't carrying a weapon.
Participating camp. So, because last week when we were discussing the e-bikes, we had a ex-police officer friend of ours who regularly watches the show sent me this text, and it says this. Battery power. We're talking about, if you listen to last week's podcast, we were talking about bikes.
Yeah, but the law said something about vehicle.
Well, it says
Right,
here,
the vehicle.
battery power constitutes a means other than muscular power. An e-scooter, e-bike, is therefore a conveyance. Is that right?
Yeah, conveyance.
Conveyance as defined by the criminal code.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So-
Unless you're powering it yourself, unless you're Fred
Right.
Flintstone frickin' going out.
Fred Flintstone. So, regardless, do I need to wear orange or not?
I mean, can we trust Gemini or do I want to go to the actual?
I mean, what does AI say?
It says that
gonna have-
non-hunters are not legally required to wear it. While the law applies to hunters, it does not extend to non-hunters accompanying them.
See, that's what I always thought, but then I was told otherwise.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think it matters.
Until you're freaking getting a damn ticket, then it freaking matters.
No, I guess what I meant by that was we don't like wearing the orange. So you as the camera guy is like, you're like, your skin crawls because you got to wear orange, but I don't think it doesn't matter. Like you're not going to,
I know
like
it
the
doesn't
hunt's
matter.
not going to be ruined
I'm
because,
just
that dude had orange, but that guy didn't or that he
when
saw
you're
both of
hunting
you.
in a ground blind in the state of Illinois, do you need to have orange on top of the blind?
No. There may be laws around like public land for that, or maybe just general idea of being safer on public land to like put orange on the blind.
All right.
But on private
yeah,
land, you don't.
It says
What do you got over
you
there?
cannot
Ben?
legally use or occupy a ground blind during gun season on, DNR-owned land unless at least 400 square inches of blaze orange is on the top
on
of the
it.
blind.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on private ground, you don't.
It doesn't say anything about private ground.
Okay.
Just the
So you
same
just-
with the filming thing, but
Okay.
it's recommended.
It is recommended.
So
But, like, in
probably
your-
if you
but
had an
again,
orange
like, in
hat
your-
on, I
in
mean,
your
I
guys'
just wear an orange hat and not worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, in your guys' case, you're on private ground. There's nobody, like, from a safety concern. Like, I'm not worried about you guys getting shot.
Yeah, I'm not really planning on separating and just going and walking on a hike through the woods.
I think a Thursday too, you'd probably be pretty good.
I remember being a kid, like, going up to northern Wisconsin when my dad was up rifle hunting with his buddies, and my grandparents had, like, a relatively long driveway, maybe 100 yards or more, and my grandma would send me out to get the mail, and she would be like adamant, like, don't wear brown, don't wear anything white, and put orange on when you're walking out to go get the friggin' mail, because like you will get shot by some idiot that thinks you're a deer. And I remember being a kid being like, who could possibly mistake me for a deer as I'm walking out to get the mail in front of this house? But it's the way it is. It was like, you put orange on when you go out of this house during rifle season. Doesn't matter where you're going and what you're doing.
Well, my favorite was my dad. Dude, that guy would have bought orange shoes if they were sold.
Oh, yeah, the full-on orange suit.
I mean,
The orange coveralls.
I was
Heck
like,
yeah, dude.
Dad.
My dad
I mean,
still wears full-on
dude.
hat, hoodie, pants. I don't know about shoes, but yeah, no, it's great. He takes the square inches very seriously.
Dude, my
Todd
dad
and I
was
are-
beyond.
Todd and I are out measuring. Do I have 400?
My dad was
like, we're
beyond-
cutting fabric off to just get the minimum.
He was beyond the
That's how they all used to be, though.
I mean, dude, he
You see
looked
the
like an
groups of
orange
guys?
snowman. I mean,
Yeah.
like, dude, he'd have. I
Orange
remember him
gloves.
buying me an orange full-blown mask you'd put on, orange hat,
Ski mask.
orange gloves. Well, yeah, I mean, seriously, dude, it was oranged out.
Hey, you don't
I
want you
mean,
to get shot.
there was
Safety
no
first.
lack of orange for sure. That's for sure. Well,
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, again, I guess you can't be too safe, but I feel
No,
like
you're
most
right,
accidents
you're right.
are not from a lack of, like, seeing the person. There are other stupid things.
I've got a quick clothing requirements page
Okay.
on the site. It actually, I think it's pretty clear. A solid blaze orange or pink cap, displaying at least 400 square inches, must be worn to hunt deer during firearm deer season in counties open, to track wounded deer with a dog during firearm seasons, and by individuals accompanying youth during youth firearm deer hunts. So it doesn't say anything about
Individuals
Yeah.
accompanying anyone else
Something.
during those hunts.
okay. It's just, listen, it was just something.
should be legally okay to accompany.
See, the problem is we're still using. You should be.
That's fair.
You should be. It's okay. Ben said that he will cover my ticket. Will you cover my ticket if I get one?
What do you think the ticket is?
I don't know.
I don't know.
For, like, not
For,
wearing
for a
enough
blaze
orange.
orange
My luck will
infraction,
like take my camera or something. Be like,
I don't know.
I always feel weird because it's like you put your orange on, but then I always have my bino harness over it.
yeah, but
Because
it
there's no
doesn't
way to
matter.
not do that.
Right
Like,
now, I know, but
but it's covering up some of it. So
Some of
I
it,
always
you're right.
wonder, like, could they measure like the visible orange? Like, am I still
get-
meeting the requirement?
CO out there, be like,
Yeah, you got to measure each.
here.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's when I need the full blown
The snowsuit.
dad suit.
The snowsuit.
Yeah, like a full blown orange.
He looks like
coat.
he's warm, for sure. like no doubt, he's definitely not cold.
He looks like the kid from Christmas Story, but he's
just
just
bundled
in
up a
orange.
big snowman type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's how my dad and grandpa were when I was a kid too. It's just how it was.
Ben,
Back
how
in
old
the
are you?
Old days, it was like
22.
red. 22.
Do you,
as last
did you watch
episode.
the Christmas Story with the leg lamp? Do you know what the leg lamp
Yeah, I do.
is? Okay.
One of my buddies actually posted on the Snapchat story the other day. He has one of those. I don't know, where you can buy them, but
Fragile.
but somewhere you can buy them, and he's got one.
Well, we got one at the hunt club. We got one in our house.
How do you?
Andrew, I made him set it up the other day out at the hunt club. And he's like, "What is this thing?" I'm like, "Dude, you've never seen
What?
the Christmas Story. You've never seen this movie
Shoot your
before."
eye
He's
out.
like, "Dude, no, I don't even know what this thing is."
They play it for 24 hours. Christmas Day. Just
Dude,
turn
my
it on.
wife plays it for 24 hours for 24 days leading
I
up
watched
to
Christmas Vacation over the weekend and Scrooged.
I watched the new Vacation, but not Christmas Vacation. But
It's a terrible thing to interject right now.
but it was
has
on
nothing to do with
It was on
Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Was it any good? I haven't seen it.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
Fair enough.
You guys got your trees up already?
No.
Did mine
We're-
on Saturday.
Did you?
Well,
We-
dude, it was a blizzard outside. What else were we gonna do?
Probably was a great day. We always do the live. We like to buy the live trees, and we usually go the day after. But we decided this year we're going to wait until this week and go do it this week. That way it
gonna
just
cut
lasts a
your
little
own?
bit longer. No. We get
so
the
it's not
pre-
going to last any longer because they've already been cut. It doesn't matter when you get them.
You're right.
That's the problem. Because I used to think that same thing, but they're all cut already.
I know.
It's not like they're bringing in fresh new ones every day. They're just sitting on a lot for an extra week.
Yeah, but do you
get it.
think maybe with them being out in the element versus being in the
You
dry
should go cut your
house-
own. You should trudge out there like Clark W. Griswold.
My dad cut ours.
Where are you going to put a tree that big, Graf?
Went up to Eagle River, went hunting last weekend, or I guess the weekend before
kinda
Thanksgiving,
fun.
and cut a tree down on.
I tried telling my wife we should do it every year, but we have a fakie.
There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes those fake ones are nice. The lights on it or off it.
I bought a unlit tree because the cost of a pre-lit fake tree nowadays is absurd.
Plus, I think the LED lighting that comes on. It's
I had one that was pre-lit, and then like part of it stopped working. There's nothing you can do. So then I ended up putting regular lights on it, and I was like, "Well, this is lame." So we got a new one that was unlit.
All
And
right.
It was way cheaper.
Well, for the sake of making this podcast this week a little shorter compared to last week's, but I'm going to tell you, last week's was long. But if you bailed out early, I highly recommend you go back and listen to the end because there's just a good conversational piece there talking about
Indeed.
taking those rear end shots. So.
So just to talk about, hold on, just
we
real
just
quick.
talked about making this one shorter.
I know, but just my last thing is, so I told you I took Jake hunting on Friday. He passed on a couple does, passed on a couple small bucks. At last light, we had a lone doe come back out. Looked like probably a 1.5-year-old doe. It wasn't a fawn, but it wasn't a big, fully grown doe. Didn't have any fawns. Good deer to shoot. She comes out. She's feeding. There's like 15 minutes of legal light left, right? So camera light's fading, and she's just facing head on at us. Obviously, we can't shoot her. And, dude, she's just feeding and just not moving. I'm like, oh, my gosh, is this deer just going to
Well, they do that when
turn?
they finally find something to eat.
I
Sometimes they
know.
just stay there forever.
So she finally turns sideways, and it's like 7 minutes maybe. Like I'm checking like legal light, but dude, you know how it is, especially when you're in a blind. Like it looks dark, dude. And I got the camera on manual out there. I'm like, and he's like, can I shoot her? And I'm just like, dude, it's getting dark. It's gonna snow tonight. Like we didn't have a lighted knock on the crossbow, so I'm like, dude, being able to see where this crossbows are hard to see where the damn arrow goes, even when there's light outside, let alone like when it's getting dark. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this just isn't, it just didn't feel right. And Jake, he's like, I can see her fine in the scope. He's like, I can see her. And I was like, get out of the way. I looked in the scope and I was like, sure enough, dude, he could have plunked her. There's no doubt. But I called him off and I told him not to do it. I was like, dude, it doesn't feel right. It's getting dark. If something goes wrong, like it's going to snow tonight. Like she was kind of a little on alert because they'd always had been nervous all night. So of course he gets mad at me. He starts crying because he wants to shoot this deer. And I won't let him. I feel like a horrible person. And then he wouldn't talk to me for like 45 minutes. But we were on the drive home and I'm trying to have this conversation with him about one of the hardest things and one of the hardest lessons to learn as a bow hunter is when not to shoot, right? Like, because it is so tempting to take those shots, and you're just like, time's running out, or the deer's going to walk away, or it's going to walk in the brush, or it's going to get too far, or it's going to turn, and you almost like put pressure on yourself and you talk yourself into taking shots that in retrospect, you probably shouldn't have taken, right? I think we've all been there. And I don't know that any amount of somebody telling you what to do or not do is ever going to completely change your behavior. I think we all have to learn hard lessons on our own sometimes.
Yes.
But I was just trying to have a conversation with him on the way home of like, dude, there's a month and a half of the season left. We're going to hunt again. There's going to be other opportunities. Like, don't worry. Like, I get it. It's hard sometimes to let the deer win and to not force something. That's a hard lesson, man. And it sucks and it stings. And it never stings any less as you get older and the bucks get bigger, right? It never feels good, especially when you're this freaking close and you just can't get it done. But that's also part of bow hunting. That's why we love bow hunting. If it wasn't for those close encounters and all those failures, like it wouldn't be so sweet when you finally do succeed.
Yeah.
So
that's what makes it.
But there is something about making your kid cry that just makes you feel like a horrible person. I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Because he could have shot the deer and killed it. I know he could have, but it was just like it was right on the line. And then I felt the pressure with every second that was ticking away. It was getting a little darker and a little darker, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what
but
do I do? What do
you
I
knew
not
that
do?
you knew the storm was coming, and if anything did go wrong, then you couldn't track until the next day.
Well, and it's going to be hard to
then-
see where the arrow hits it. I hate that. So I went home and dug out some extra lighted knocks and put some new batteries.
You're going to get them on a deer,
And that's
I'm
what
not
I
even
said.
worried
I was
about
like,
that.
dude, there's a month and a half of late season hunting. We got good food. Like, we're going to get you on a deer of some sort before this is all said and done. That is my goal. So there we go.
All right. Well, until the next time, there is snow on the ground. How many deer hunts? We got any deer hunts coming up?
Yeah, we got Josh and Paul.
Josh and Paul.
Josh Ward.
Johnny, maybe?
Josh Ward killed a Wisconsin buck.
Yeah.
Paul Morrison killed 2 bucks in Wyoming. One of them was pretty awesome decoy hunt. It was really cool. Then
Yes.
Paul just killed another deer in Ohio.
I was gonna say that looked like big woods.
Yesterday.
Did not look like
yeah, he's in
Wyoming.
Ohio now. So Paul's still out just whacking and stacking. Herman killed 2 bucks. A lot of guys have killed deer, so plenty of
Yeah.
hunts coming.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
Stay tuned until the next time of the watering hole. Submit us your comments. Don't forget,
Stay thirsty.
Justin says stay thirsty, and we will see you soon.